Is it? All right. All right, guys, here's your mic. Here's your mic, I think, maybe. We've got a green light on it. Yep, there we go. Here's your mic. I really appreciate you guys coming on live with us today to talk to us about the programs for bass fishing in our Vigo County schools. So we're going to get started here. Gavin,
where do you want us at?
And here I am with
you can have a seat anywhere.
You should have grabbed
There you
Bilberry's
go.
North
I,
Jersey.
no, I wouldn't. I'm not wearing that one.
Here's a hat.
No.
You want this and I'll wear that.
No cussing.
I'll try not to.
Not on there. All right.
Yeah.
All right, my name is Josh, and this is my nephew Gavin, and we are Wabash Valley Game Talk. We appreciate you guys tuning in to us today, and we'll start this like we start every show and tell you we are not professionals. I'm one of the nephew who enjoys everything outdoor. We enjoy going out shooting guns, and that's one of our main things, but we also enjoy doing a little fishing and a little bit of mushroom hunting, a little bit of anything that we can do outside. So it's a really nice afternoon, and we appreciate you guys taking the time to sit down and talk to us a little bit about some fishing.
Well, we're really honored that you've invited the high school bass fishing teams onto your program. And we've got a great program set up for our high school students. And a lot of it started with this gentleman down here on the end, Chad Garzolini. He started the program over at West Vigo several years ago as a club. And I'll let Chad explain how you got it started.
Yeah, we had two gentlemen, as we talked earlier, Tim Stroud and Chris Burson, had two sons, Clay and Brandon. They started fishing with a gentleman by the name of Ray Turner, which works for Bell Tire. They fished through the Indy Fishing League. They had a tournament over at Mill Creek. Shortly after that, got a little bit of involvement. I happen to have the youngest son, therefore I got to be appointed the main person. Everybody else happened because I would be involved with it longer. Well, we started as a club. We had probably 10 kids originally, and then grew into 16 to 20. Started having other people from the other schools that were interested in our program, so we started inviting them to our smaller tournaments, and then it's grown and blossomed to where we are today. When Bill took over at North, got to talk with the last superintendent for the Vigo County School Corporation. From there, we went into 3 teams, West Vigo, North, and South. Got to be an affiliated program with the high schools
For life.
Now you're over West Vigo, and you're also over. You're the assistant coach at North
Yes.
High School, and you're with.
I'm Terre Haute South.
South.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about the South program and how that works out. And
The South program kind of piggybacked from when Chad kind of started this whole thing, and then Merv and Bill got all 3 schools. I'm the 3rd coach for South. This is my 3rd year coaching the South. My son, he graduated 2 years ago from South, and I like doing this for the kids, and so I'm continuing doing it. You know, being the coach. He fished 4 years with South. Really enjoyed it. I was always the boat captain, you know, for him and his partner that he had. And it's a lot of fun. You get out there with all the other kids, and you meet new friends. You learn different techniques on how all the other anglers, you know, how they fish, what lures, that kind of thing. So you go out, you have fun, but you learn as you go on how everybody else fishes and what works, what doesn't work. So I mean, it's very enjoyable.
I find it very interesting that they now have a bass fishing program at school, because when I was young, I played hooky to go fishing. So maybe this is a way to keep kids in school without them having to go play hooky to go fishing. So
I have found out though that you know, the kids love going out there, but some of them don't really like getting up really early, because a lot of times we got to get up at 4:30 in the morning just to get to where we're going to fish.
So now, how does it, like, signing in and getting into a bass fishing program, what are the requirements for that?
Really, there aren't any requirements other than you have to keep your grades up. That's the main thing. You have got to maintain your grade point average to the requirements of the school corporation and the IHSAA, which we are not affiliated with, but we are using their guidelines as far as grades for the requirements for the kids to be able to participate.
And then, do you need any equipment, or is it all provided for you?
No, actually, you need equipment, but if you don't have equipment, we'll find equipment and get it for you. And we've got some setups. We've had a lot of stuff donated. If anybody out there has any equipment that they'd like to donate to the high schools, just get a hold of us guys and the high school coaches, and we'll be glad to come pick it up or whatever, and we'll get it to the kids that actually need it.
As long as you've got a fishing pole and a little bit of tackle, then you can go out. I mean, you don't have to be, someone that's been fishing since you was very young. I mean, since I've been coaching, I've had a lot of first timers come on board, and I know the other high schools is the same way. So, the boat captains, they're the ones in charge of the boat. The schools don't provide boats, so basically, you've got an angler that's got a parent or a grandparent or someone that has access to a boat, and you've got 2 anglers per boat, and they're partners for the whole season. But that boat captain is in charge of everything in that boat. They have to have life preservers for every occupant of the boat. So, use an angler. A lot of them buy their own life preserver, but you don't have to, because the boat captain actually has to have one for every occupant of the boat. But no, I mean, it doesn't matter what kind of rod and reel. You can get the old Zebcos,
Okay.
The flip bail or the bait casters. As long as you can cast it, you're gonna have fun.
I know you guys have some good teachers out there that helps work with the kids to show them exactly what they're doing right and wrong, right? So the program kind of helps them out and instructs them and helps them get it going. I know you guys have a tournament coming up here soon, right? Is that...
We do have. We've got a regular season tournament coming up this next Sunday, a week from tomorrow, at Twin Lakes over at Paris. West Vigo and Terre Haute North does. And then we have the championship tournament January 27th. Or not January, I'm sorry, July 27th.
Okay.
27th.
Now that's a week from this next Sunday, right?
Yes,
Correct.
that's correct.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's going to be held at Sullivan Lake this year.
So it seems to me that some of this is done through the summer. Is the whole fishing program pretty much like something that they participate through the summer, gives them something to do with their summertime, or how's that work?
Yes. It's, even though we're not affiliated with the ISHAA, this is considered a high school sports slash club. So we're kind of considered as a spring sport. And the difference between the fishing is we start right before school gets out. And so we go through the whole summer. And so, when we have the county tournament, that's our last tournament. That's when all 3 high schools are actually competing and fishing against, each other. And then, so yeah, it goes all summer long.
So now, how's this? I know that you kind of got the ball rolling. How's this all changed since you first started the program?
A lot more kids.
Okay.
A lot more involvement. So it's grown, and not evolved that much more, but it's just grown, and we have a lot more participation. And that's one of the things I was going to hit or strike upon are boat captains.
Mm-hmm.
People are volunteering their time, and the whole program's based on people.
So who can volunteer for that? Is that parents, family members? I mean, how's that work?
Friends, family members, anybody that owns a boat,
Okay.
and we
Awesome.
can fish with.
Yeah.
So that's the biggest thing that we depend on is people volunteering their time that are generous enough to do that. That's what makes the program go.
Yeah.
And we're always looking for that.
So now, this is a question for anybody, but I'm not real big into fishing. I don't do it a lot. But what's the difference between bass fishing and fishing for just bluegill?
Like your baits and your different type of rods and reels and that type of stuff. Bluegill fishing, you're typically fishing with live bait. Where bass fishing, we're fishing with all artificial lures. That's something there you can't fish with live bait. Any of these bass tournaments, it's all artificial.
Right. Now, do you fish primarily in certain locations, or you guys go all over the state through the Wabash Valley? Where does that?
Okay, and right now we're talking about the Wabash Valley with what here.
Yeah.
You also have state tournaments,
Okay.
which some of our kids have participated in, and then you have national tournaments. So our kids can go compete at the local level like what we're doing right here, staying here. Some of the kids that their parents want to travel will go to national tournaments. We'll go all around Indiana, or state tournaments, and then national tournaments. We went to Michigan, Tennessee, Kentucky, and travel around there to try to get some of the other competitions there.
Right.
This has evolved so much, like we discussed earlier, from just a high school sport, but into a collegiate sport as well. There's opportunities for these kids if they want to and pursue to go get college scholarships.
A lot more colleges are starting to come up with the bass fishing.
Yeah, I know there's a gentleman. I work at a local office supply store here in town. Only one here, so I guess I can name it. It's Staples. But we have a print marketing department there, and there's a gentleman that comes in there, and he was directly involved with the ISU bass fishing program when we had a crew here at ISU. I'm not sure that they still have a team or whatever, but he's come in multiple times and had Matt's made, and I talked to him just a little bit the other day before I came on the program, and asked him how that worked, you know. And it sounds like it's a very similar program to what the schools has. So I know with you being over at South High School, Gavin's over there at South. He's a baseball player over there.
Okay.
How does this work with other sports? Is this something that any child can participate in, or is this you guys select teams, or how does that work with the selection process?
There's no tryouts.
Okay.
I know we try to hold a meeting at the schools like towards the end of the year, the school, or actually the calendar year, and then we'll start holding meetings like January, February, to get kids to start coming to the meetings, see if they're interested. We hold the meetings and tell them all the rules, you know, what all you got to do. Like Merv said, one of the mandatory things is going through the boater education course, which DNR, conservation officers, they always put that together for all 3 high schools, and they hold it and they don't charge, so it's free of charge. Awesome. So the kids go, and I think it's an 8-hour course, and they learn everything. They take their test, and then they get their certification. The good thing about going in the in-person class with it being free, you can also do it online, but I think
there's a fee for that.
There is a fee.
$35 or $50.
Yeah, there's a fee for that. So,
Okay. So I know, Merv, you've been involved in fishing for a couple of years.
Oh gosh, I actually going back to make it a short story. Back in 1973, my senior year, I done a research paper on tournament bass fishing. Bass fishing was just getting started back then. Professional fishing might have been going on for 5 or 6 years prior to that, and I done a research paper on that. And in my research paper, I can remember putting in there that at some point it will be a high school and a college sport, and it just took 40 years to get there. but I actually I seen that vision and thought that it would grow and continue to grow, and it has, and I'm just thrilled to death to be a part of it.
Yeah, I know that the children really appreciate you guys taking the time to do it. I mean, for young people, you know, there's no better thing than to have somebody to take interest and make sure that they get these activities. I know that Gavin and I enjoy going out shooting, hunting, fishing, whatever we can get outside to do, and it's something that we've been doing more recently, more often. And I mean, I talked to him. I told him, I'm like, man, I have this friend named Merv, and he does the fishing with his school. And I said, I think I want to sit down and talk to him about the program with us on the show. And he was like, oh, please do. He's like, I'd like to really know a little bit more about that. So I know the kids that, it gives them something more to do. I know that the schools, and this is a bit of a hot button subject, but they're talking about moving into one. And I know that there's a lot of uncertainty about that. And I'm not going to ask any questions that's going to make anybody uncomfortable, but do you think that will affect our program here at all? Do you think that it's just going to expand it, or you think it'll?
Well, they're talking about consolidating north and south together.
Mm-hmm.
From my understanding, West Vigo is going to stay the same.
Okay.
So when they do that merger, then we'll have 2 high schools.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's like within the next 3 to 5 years that's supposed to occur.
Okay.
I mean, I think in general, the big picture with the sports in Vigo County, I think it could help.
Okay.
And the only reason I say that is, you get right now the top players from south, top players from north, and you combine those players, then I think they're gonna be able to compete a lot stronger. Yeah. Downfall would be, it might make it to where some kids won't get a chance. So I don't really know. It's kind of a 50-50,
Right.
on how that's gonna.
So North and South aren't small schools at all, right?
No.
How many people do you guys get about each year that come on fish with y'all?
At Terre Haute North right now, we've got 28 kids on our roster, I believe. And at West Vigo, we have 14 right now, which is up considerably from what it was last year at West Vigo and at Terre Haute North. It just seems like it keeps growing every year. And the problem that we're facing is finding enough volunteer boat captains to get our kids paired up into boats. And so if there's anybody out there that would like to volunteer and become a boat captain, get a hold of us, because we could sure use you.
Last year, South had 16. This year, we did drop. We had a big senior class last year. This year, we've got a big junior class, but we've got 10 kids this year.
So in other words, you need to sign up, Gavin.
Yes.
Yeah, I know a lot about that junior class because baseball, all varsity is juniors. There's I think we have like 5 that are going on the seniors this year.
And you'll still be able to play baseball and fish.
Yes.
You will.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you did hear these gentlemen, if you are interested and you have a boat and you're interested in it, you enjoy fishing, you enjoy mentoring children, you have a passion for helping young people, it'd be a great thing. I mean, I really think that it's a good thing to volunteer time to help the next generation. So now, who would they get hold of? Would they get hold of the school, or?
They could get a hold of the school. That would probably be the easiest thing right now, to get a hold of the school or one of the kids that's on the team, and they can direct them on how to get signed up and so forth.
And if you are interested in doing that, you can also check out our website. It's wvguntalk.com. Our email is on there, and there's also a section there you can ask questions. If you're really truly interested and you're watching, just feel free to go and drop a little section on there that asks about the program. We can get you in touch with the right people, or if you have a nephew, niece, or a family member that is in school, feel free just to reach out directly to the school and talk to them. The program starts when?
Usually we do sign-ups usually in January, right after the first of the year. Okay. We'll start signing up kids, and then we'll hold some practices and get the kids to learn how to cast and that kind of thing. And we'll have safety courses. We really preach safety with the kids. That's our number one priority with the kids.
So is safety, yeah.
Yeah.
I know even like with us and the shooting and stuff like that, I know lately there's been a couple of issues here in Knox County with a situation down at Kroger with a gun-related situation where somebody shot another individual. And then there's another situation where a person took their life, or took somebody's life and then took their own life. I mean, we're Wabash Valley Gun Talk and Outdoor News. That's one of those things that unfortunately does happen. I know that there's people out there that overdose every day on pills and stuff like that. It always does our heart sad to see loss of life or somebody harmed in any sort of way through misuse of equipment or anything like that. Our heart goes out to those who have lost their life lately due to the gun violence. But and for those families, we are definitely saying prayers. So we just wanted to say that live on the show today. And we really do appreciate all you guys taking the time to come out here and talk to us a little bit about the fishing program. And now you and Murph can start being friends again once they move the schools back together. You know what I'm saying? You guys don't have to be competitors no more.
Well, it depends on who gets the trophy this year.
Yes. I might add, Josh, that right now our student anglers are doing a community service project.
Okay.
We're in the process of raising funds for hospice up in the Wabash Valley. And you can go to the websites, the Terre Haute North, Terre Haute South, and the West Vigo website,
Okay.
and click on the link that's posted up there that's
Now,
being
what kind of
shared and
fundraiser
so
is this?
forth.
What are they doing for
It's 100% of the fundraising money goes directly to hospice. And Hospice of the Wabash Valley here is a nonprofit, and the money stays right here in the county.
Right.
And so it's a great organization, and it's something that we hope nobody ever has to go through, but
Right.
we all face that at one point or another. But no donations too small. When you're a nonprofit organization, no donations too small or too little, and it all adds up and helps out. So click on the website and donate a few bucks if you can, and help out our kids. You can also sponsor an angler for a certain amount of weight or whatever that they catch during a tournament. Put a dollar amount to that and so forth, and it's all explained on the website. So
they can go there and see how that they can participate in
yes,
I think when Merv is talking about the website, talking about our Facebook
page,
Facebook
yes,
pages.
Facebook pages.
Each high school has their own Facebook page, and I know we're all good. Every time we have a local tournament, we always post and put pictures and everything. But we also post, this kind of stuff on there too. So
That may be an easy way to contact any of us too, if anybody's interested in either being a boat captain or joining the team or at either of the high schools.
yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah, I'm the old guy. I'm not up on all this social media stuff.
Well, trust me when I say Gavin does a lot of work with our social media. So, time has a way of slipping by us all. But, I try to work with the website and stuff like that, but we're definitely just getting off the ground. We've got quite a few people interested, a lot of new viewers that's come on board with us. We talked to Steve Ellis last week about Top Guns, and then the week before that we spoke to Steve Wright. He's the president of the Riley Conservation Club. And then we're looking forward to sitting down with the curator of the Indiana Military Museum. He had a little setback. He has some heart problems there and had a little setback. We were going to talk to him at the end of this month. I think we're going to sit down in August and talk to him. His name's Judge Jim Osborne. He was just a great friend of ours when we lived down in the Bicknell area. But we really do appreciate you guys taking the time to join us here and giving us a little information about what's going on in the schools, and touching for a second on a hot button issue that we're all looking forward to seeing how it all works out. I know that it's something that it'll play its way out, but I look forward to seeing what the bass fishing stuff happen on this year.
Yeah, we'd like to invite everybody out to Sullivan Lake on July 27th for the championship tournament. We'll be fishing for a traveling trophy that we have made. It's the Scott Javins Memorial Trophy.
Awesome.
And it's right now Terre Haute South has it.
Yeah.
But I think Terre Haute North and West Vigo is going to challenge them this year for
Awesome.
make a run for it. And
so I believe that me and Gavin should be out there. We'll be trying to go live a little bit, probably during the weigh-in. So we'll try to do a little bit of live recording if we can, get a little you know, shots of the fishers out there on the water maybe. But we do appreciate everybody tuning in to the Wabash Valley Gun Talk and our outdoor news channel. We're not professionals, but we're sitting down with the professionals. You guys are making us look good today. So thank you so much for taking the time to join us this evening live. And we appreciate all of you guys that has taken the time out of your busy schedule to join us live during our programs over the last couple of weeks. If you do have any questions, feel free to reach out through our website, or again, reach out to the school system and take time to donate some money. I know that that's a really good cause, and you've this is how many years that you guys have been doing that?
Well, this is our first year for hospice, but we've done St. Jude in
Okay.
previous years, and we've raised over $32,000 for St. Jude's.
So that's really awesome. Let's make that more this year. We can do it. Hey, thank you so much, Wabash Valley. We appreciate you tuning in. You guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you.